Imagine that. While sipping your Diet Coke and reading Twitter or its competitor, you learn that your biggest rival is not just constructing a barrier, but a whole universe. Construction includes great skyscrapers reaching high in the sky, tunnels passing through mountains as smoothly as butter, and dams so impressive they can power across a large continent. That is exactly the step China is taking. What would Donald Trump experience after being elected? Well, you might as well be sitting in your golden chair at Mar-a-Lago yelling, "They took away our dream of better infrastructure." As of now, China is not only grabbing attention, they're restructuring the current state of engineering with a $500 billion investment in major projects that leave everyone, including Trump, dumbfounded. It's time to explore what limits on government power mean. The first segment, the tunnel that eats mountains for breakfast. We can begin with the Tianshan Shengli tunnel. Think of a tunnel so big, it could accommodate over 240 football fields all lined up from one end to the other. China has finished building an amazing tunnel through the Tianshan Mountains, and it isn't something out of the movies. With a cost of $3 billion, experts have confirmed it will become the longest motorway tunnel with its length of 13.7 miles. As a result of this project, the journey from Urumqi to Korla will soon take only 2 hours instead of taking 7. Convenience is just the beginning. That's what logistics warfare is all about. In most countries, officials are debating potholes, but in China, they are carving through mountains and placing expressways in industries. Should you wonder if this event is a little much? Remember, you're in Xinjiang. Not only is it a geographical area, it's also a place full of global significance. These projects involve traffic, but also focus on control, connection, and power. Segment 2. Damned if you do. Now let's talk about a dam, but not just any dam. The Medog Hydropower station, tucked away in Tibet, is on track to become the world's most powerful dam, outmuscling even the legendary Three Gorges. We're talking $137 billion worth of hydromania, generating enough electricity to power all of India, and then some. But here's the kicker. This dam sits near the Yarlung Changpo River, which flows straight into India and Bangladesh, which means every bolt tightened in Tibet could ripple across South Asia's entire water supply. It's not just an energy project, it's a geopolitical yo-yo. Trump would probably yell, "Build our own dam, the best dam, with golden turbines." But jokes aside, this project is making policymakers in Washington and New Delhi lose sleep. And for good reason. Segment 3. The high-speed rail that's setting new records and costing a lot. While Americans are still questioning if trains are cool, China is already building the world's largest high-speed rail network, which is now over 30,000 miles long. Trains traveling at more than 200 miles per hour, making it possible to cross the country in just a few hours. The goal? By 2035, add another 15,000 miles to the total. It's similar to constructing a railway from Earth to the Moon, and then beginning to build a track back to Earth. What is the price tag? It's just a small matter of $500 billion or so. Yes, that would be enough to purchase every NFL team and also build them all their own stadiums on Mars. Naturally, there's a downside to this. The State Railway Group in China is facing a debt burden of nearly $1 trillion. It's quick and looks impressive, but it can be hard to understand the costs. Trump might argue, that's not debt, it's money we'll get in the future. We are excited about the money we will earn in the future. Segment 4. The bridge that seems impossible. Let's go a bit higher up the mountain. The Huajiang Canyon Bridge in Guizhou Province will be the highest bridge in the world, towering over a raging river at 625 meters. It's as tall as 2 Eiffel Towers placed one on top of the other, or about the size of Trump's ego when he introduced Trump's steaks. The biggest surprise is that it cuts a 70-minute drive down to only 1 minute and 10 seconds. It's quicker than the fastest TikTok video you've seen. Practical? Maybe not. Impressive? Absolutely. It's not only infrastructure, it's also something to be proud of. Segment 5. A canal that rivals the Suez. Now we are discussing about canal that is close to being equal to the Suez Canal. Pinglu Canal is the following attraction. Almost everyone has heard about the Panama or the Suez Canal. In fact, China is constructing its very own expressway, which measures 132 kilometers and runs right through Guangxi Province. The building project comes with an $8 billion budget and marks the first major canal project China has had since 1949. The main reason it's noticeable It not only handles cargo, but also speeds up trading with Southeast Asia. A fresh route in the system of international shipping. Luckily, no memes have yet showed up compared to the Suez incident. Allow yourself some time. Segment 6. The 17,000-kilometer Transoceanic Railway. The Transoceanic Railway operates over a distance of 17,000 kilometers. Next, I've saved the most amazing idea for last. Authorities in China are discussing with Brazil the possibility of construction a 17,000-kilometer railway from the Brazilian Atlantic seaboard all the way to China. You read that correctly. To my mind, why move cargo by sea when trains can be built and we can move faster on them? It costs Americans more than $490 billion each year. Goal: to arrange trade between South America and Asia without the need for the Panama Canal. Here, the Chinese are showing off their massive infrastructure. If it works, it leads to changes in shipping, trade, and diplomacy. Trump would say these railways were fake rail. Yet privately, he would plan Trump train casinos for all stations. Segment 7. The artificial sun. Because why not? Just when you thought China had built everything possible, tunnels, dams, bridges, canals, and even railways across continents, they looked up at the sky and said, let's build a second sun. Enter EAST, the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak. It's China's nuclear fusion project designed to replicate the power of the sun, right here on Earth. In 2025, this artificial sun reached a mind-blowing 158 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's 5 times hotter than the core of the real sun. The goal: clean, limitless energy. No fossil fuels, no emissions, just science fiction turned science fact. Trump, if he heard this, would probably say, we don't need another sun. We already have the best sunshine. Beautiful American sunshine. But jokes aside, this isn't just a flex, it's a game changer. Fusion energy could revolutionize the entire global power grid, and China wants to be the first to crack the code. If they pull it off, it won't just be an energy breakthrough, it'll be a shift in who controls the future. Conclusion: the future is being paved. Somewhere else. From mountains and rivers to space and stars, China is building the kind of future that sounds like a Marvel movie. But it's all real. These megaprojects aren't just about engineering, they're about ambition, vision, and global influence. Meanwhile, other nations are still debating whether or not to fix a 20-year-old escalator in their subways. So yes, if you're Donald Trump, or any Western leader, you might just be looking at these projects with a mix of envy, suspicion, and a strong desire to one-up them with a gold-plated tower or a space casino. But the truth is, while the world watches, China is already halfway done building it. China is not just building infrastructure, it's building influence, quietly turning bolts while the rest of the world is still drawing up plans. These projects aren't just tools of transportation, they're tools of transformation. They're asserting dominance not with warships or nukes, but with tunnels, turbines, and track lines. And for Washington, for Europe, for the rest of the world, it's a wake-up call louder than a morning tweet storm from Trump himself. Because if this is China's infrastructure revolution, then the rest of us, we're stuck in traffic.